Welcome back. Like I said, I get you some more content. Iron Smoke Show. And we're going to fuck around and find out today. I got this lovely 20-pound brisket because it was on sale. And me and the wife, we're not going to eat all this in one go. And I'm sure a lot of you would like to come over and help me eat on this. So I'm going to try trimming this. Watch a couple videos. We'll see how bad I fuck this shit up. And we're going to basically take the flat from the point and have them separated and possibly cut the flat in a couple smaller pieces to make this so we can better manage it ourselves, because we're not going to sit there and eat 10 pounds of meat. Well, I might, but she will. So anyhow, I'm going to pitch this forward here just a little bit so you can kind of see what's going on with that. And here is your flat. See that on there? So we're going to, and you got the point over here. So we're going to try to separate this. We'll see how bad I fuck it up. And we're going to take some of this heavier fat off, kind of how they do like a competition style brisket. So I might have to go to the other knife. We'll see. They're both very sharp. And I'll probably use this fat in some stock or something so we're not wasting it. You want to make sure you got a really good sharp knife. A lot of guys are using fillet knives. I don't happen to have one of those at the moment. I guess it's probably time I get one. Let's see, I'm already fucking that up right there, I think. Well, we're gonna fuck around and find out. And don't use a dull knife. You'll hurt yourself. I have to go to this one. We'll see if this will do me any good. Yeah, a little bit of flex. That's doing me some good. Get back in here with the big knife. So normally I don't do this, but normally I'm feeding, 60 people or something when we're doing a whole brisket. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. That's a lot of brisket. As you can see, we're getting separated there. So we're coming along how we should, I think. Oh, there we go. Look at that. And there is a flat. And there's a point. That point weighs probably about 5 pounds. This thing weighs still about 15. So, next what we're going to do is we're going to start trimming some of this heavy fat off. Since we're already cutting it, that's how we're going to do it. We're going to knock off a lot of the heavy fat, clean up some of these edges. Like I said, the stuff that we're cutting off, you can use that in stock or something else, a little bit of flavor. So cut that off there. Really going to trim this fat down here. And from what I've read, you can go as low as 1/8 of an inch. I don't know how I feel about that because I like a lot of fat for the flavor and everything else. Yeah, look at that. Trying to get that to where I can. You don't want to cut away any meat as much as possible, just the fat. That's a lot of fat. By trimming this, I shouldn't have to take as long to cook as well. That's the main reason why it takes so long to cook, because we're doing the whole brisket. Not the Rona, not the Rona. Cut that out right there. Big old chunk of fat. As you can see, now we're getting a little bit more straightened out, a little more cleaned up. Come through here where it's all, turn this around so y'all can see it. See all that kind of, so we're gonna clean that edge up too. Just a little bit. That edge is looking okay. Some of the stuff we're going to clean off. So sharp knife is definitely key. That's not too bad there. I'll flip this back over. We're going to trim this fat up too. While everything's not frozen and everything before we put it in the freezer until we're ready for it. I'll get a little deep. You can kind of see when you're getting deep because you'll start flaying some of the meat. That's not what you want to do. I'm sure you can hear my little dog there crying. Through here. This close to his dinner time. Like I said, I've never trimmed one of these before, so we're fucking around and finding out. And we'll take a quick break right there, just to get him situated. So I will be back on the live to finish this project. So as you can see, we've got a pile of fat trimmings. So like I said, we're trying to make this brisket for two. So I've got the point here trimmed up pretty well, and I'm going to cut this into sections for the two of us to eat. That's what we're also going to do with the flat, because like I said, there's no way in hell we're going to eat the whole brisket in a sitting. So I really don't know where to start on this. I'm just kind of guessing. I've got this kind of angle right here. So I'm going to probably slice this guy here and then cut this into another two sections for about 3 sections total, so we can put that in a chili, or if we feel like we want to go fire up the smoker during the winter, we could do that too. So that's what my plan is. We'll have to find out how it turns out. And I kind of want to cut it right there. And people wonder why brisket is so hard to cut. You've got various grains all over, tons of fat, very tough cut. That's why it takes a lot of time, but it's worth it. The more time and effort you put into brisket, the better of a product you're gonna have. So that's one section for me and the missus. And probably gonna go right there for another. Trim up that fat a little bit more right there. Got a little bit of fat here. Trim that up. I don't know how much that's actually going to break down. It's pretty hard fat. It's almost like gristle, but it's not gristle. So there is our 3 pieces of point. Now the flat. This is the big boy right here. How am I going to do this without fucking it up? I don't know, but I have an idea. So you see I've got grain going across here. I got grain that's going across here. It's kind of hard to see under that fat layer. Maybe if I flip it, you guys can. And then you've got a grain going across here. So I think I'm going to split it, almost like you have a flank steak or something. And then split it again into 4 sections so it's more manageable for us to eat. So that's going to be the plan. I need to wash the hands real quick. It's nice, a little slick. Like I said, don't be afraid to get dirty. If you're afraid to get dirty, then this is probably not a thing that you want to be trying at home. And where do I want to slice that? That's the big kicker. Because that fat is pretty much how I want it. So I'm just gonna fuck around and find out and go for it. And there's what we have there. Same thing on this side, and I am going to cut these into halves. Like I said, that'll be more manageable for us to eat here at home. When I'm having a big get together or something, I don't go through this process. So I might even cut that into some smaller sections. The nice thing is with the smaller sections, I don't have to cook for as long as you do with the whole big bad boy. I mean, you're still going to cook this for hours, but not as many hours. So there's part of a flat. I'm going to cut this guy into another flat. So there you go. You got your fat layer, all your various grains. And this flat, I think I'm going to cut in half in case we have company over. Is the plan. So we'll have a little bit bigger section. If we got company, we need to pull out some meat. So that's about half. And that is how I'm doing brisket for 2. So I've done some looking. I haven't found anybody with a video that shows how to do this brisket for 2. So kind of watched a video of how to trim it and went from there. And yeah, we were fucking around and finding out today. So leave your comments in the comment section below. Give it a like, give it a thumbs down. I really don't give a fuck. Watch the video, have fun, and go smoke some meat. And remember, this is the Iron Spoke Show.